Where do you see the rivalries next year? Because of course it's a bit of a weird season where there are pretty major championships back to back. I know a lot of the guys, the Americans, they won't be at the Commonwealths, but some of the Jamaicans would, for example. And of course the World Championships in America. Where do you see the rivalries? Is it going to be Christian coming back against Trayvon, who's obviously got the quickest time this year, versus Fred, who's proved it at the Olympic stage? Where do you see those rivalries taking place?
I see a big rivalry. I don't want to pick out anybody per se because anybody can show up on the day. To be honest, you have to come 100, and some of the time the athlete don't come at their 100, and the next athlete pull off a surprise. Look at Trayvon. You never think the Grasse would have beaten him at the Olympics, and our Fred Kerley would be in the top two or top three. So I think I don't like to call it. I love surprises, and I think it's going to be interesting because Coleman going to have a lot to prove, and I know he's coming with vengeance.
What do you make of Fred, by the way? Because it's a pretty crazy achievement to do what he's done, not just in the 1 and the 2, but the 4 as well. And this is a guy who, has run sub 10 in the 1, sub 20 in the 2, and sub 44 in the 4, which is just pretty surreal to hear that, I guess.
Yeah, Fred is a good friend of mine, he's a really cool guy, and he's showing, listen, he have talent 1, 2, and 4. I don't surprise if he run even the 8. I'm just joking, but I'm really happy for him. I think he can go a lot faster. It's his first year really sprinting like that, and when I don't want him to change his technique much because sometimes you change your technique and you don't run as fast. I just want him to continue doing what he's doing, get stronger, and he will get faster and even faster times.
What about Andre de Grasse? Because like you and Andre, it was always that thing. Really, it was you, Andre, Justin, Usain, and Andre, has now proved himself on the Olympic stage with that 200 meters. What was your reaction to him winning that gold medal?
He always had it in him. He always just a late runner and coming on too late. He seemed like almost that guy, but finally got his gold medal. Andre de Grasse is a really good sprinter. If de Grasse can get it a little bit more early, it would be hard to beat him because he has one of the dangerous top end in the sport. And if you see him there in the relay, it's incredible to watch.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because there are, you're like youngsters coming through as well. You've got people like Erriyon, Knighton, and Fahnbulleh as well. What do you make of the youngsters coming through? But you talk about the top end speed with de Grasse. I mean, Erriyon, Knighton, I think for me and a lot of people is somebody who, after what he did to break Usain's under 18 world best at the 200, you're thinking, hold on a minute, this guy is got some top end speed and he's, younger than 20.
He's not just some top end speed. He has a really good top end speed, and it was really impressive. Well, I ran with him earlier this year, and a glimpse over my shoulder, and he was there. And I said, wow, in Claremont, and I said, wow, this guy got talent. So I kept on watching him, and I saw how he progressed, and to even beat up most of these big guys. And he's young, and to make it at the Olympics at such a young age, I think it's going to be interesting next year. Even Fahnbulleh is a late runner. He come on very late, but very powerful as well. I was watching the VNCs and I see some really, really good runner coming forward. One thing though, I just want them to nurture these talent, and we don't want to just see them at one time. We want to see them continuously.
Is that from your own experience as well? Growing up and doing well, but quite a young age. Similarly to Usain, actually, and that you had the spotlight on you quite early on.
Yeah, over the years I've run with a lot of US youngsters through World Junior and World Youth, but most of them I don't see at the forefront. It's very few that I watch over the years, like Noah Lyles and other guys that come through the ranks really well and doing good, like de Grasse, and well, not from the US, but de Grasse and Trayvon. Unfortunately, he's injured, and Christopher Coleman that still doing well, and Ronnie Baker that's still doing well right now. And I wish other guys could carry that as well. I just don't want them to fall by the wayside.